Have you ever been in love? How would you describe it? What is love? Hello, residents of the universe. Welcome to Ways to Human. My name is AJ. Love can be a unique experience, and no two individuals experience love in the exact same way or with the same intensity. Is it a feeling? Is it an emotion? I think we can all agree that love is complex and deep, and that is really hard to explain. It can feel like warmth, confidence, being understood and accepted for who you are despite your flaws. You feel comfortable even while being vulnerable. You want to share deep and intimate information with this person. It's a unique experience that some only get once in a lifetime. Love, a key motivation for engaging in romantic relationships, holds different meaning for each individual. Scientists have faced a huge challenge when trying to measure the intensity and the diversity of love. Similar to trying to understand the abstract concepts of intelligence, personality, and anxiety. Humans are social creatures that thrive in community. Romantic relationships help build emotional connections. People in fulfilling relationships tend to report higher levels of subjective well being compared to those in unhappy ones. Studies have shown that individuals who are married or in long term partnerships experience greater happiness and enjoy better mental and physical health than those who are single, who were divorced, separated, or widowed. So, what exactly is love? While love can be categorized as a societal construct, we do certainly have many ways of measuring the concept that we have labeled love. When we think of love, we think of matters of the heart. We draw hearts, we talk about someone being in our hearts, but our hearts have very little to do with love. Love starts in the brain. According to a team of scientists at Rutgers University, love can be put into three categories: lust, attraction, and attachment. All of these categories begin with the chemicals produced or triggered by the brain. Lust is all about sexual gratification. Since humans need to reproduce, lust is the first step of the reproductive process. The hypothalamus signals the ovaries and the testes to produce sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen. Testosterone increases libido in both men and women. The next step is attraction. It is related to lust, but the underlying mechanism involves the brain's reward system. The hypothalamus is the key part of the brain that handles reward. It produces dopamine when we do things that we enjoy. In this case, spending time with the person that we're lusting after, or experiencing their physical touch. Norepinephrine is also released during attraction. These chemicals can make you feel giddy, energetic, and euphoric, leading to decreased appetite and insomnia. This means that you can be so in love that you cannot eat or sleep. Brain scans show that people's reward centers fire up like crazy when they're shown a photo of somebody that they are attracted to versus someone that they feel neutral about. But who exactly you are attracted to is a little bit more complex than hormones and chemicals. It can be a result of how our brains are wired due to life experiences, starting all the way to childhood and even as far back as before you're even born. For some, like attracts like. Similar thoughts, ideas, interests, and beliefs. But for others, the law of magnetism takes over and opposites attract. But whichever works for you, in the end, chemicals are what spark the fire. And the last step is attachment. This helps create long-term relationships, but not just romantic. It can also be relationships between a parent and a child. Attachment leads to the development of friendships, and deep bonds. The reason for this is because it involves the well-known cuddle hormone oxytocin. It's also produced by the hypothalamus. As you can see, the hypothalamus is the most important part of the brain involved in the process of falling in love. Oxytocin is produced during childbirth, breastfeeding, and yes, sex. This may seem like a really odd combination of activities, but if you think about it, they're all involved in bonding between humans. But love bonds can also be broken. When stress enters the equation, finances, family problems, work can all affect the ability to continue doing the activities that originally bonded you to that special someone. So keeping love alive requires active effort. Make sure you make time to do the things that you enjoy together. Keep physical touch as a part of your daily life. It can be as simple as sitting together to watch a show, holding hands, or kissing. Communicate. Share your fears, your goals, your dreams, and never stop getting to know each other and growing your bond and connection. To summarize, hormones drive lust. Attraction increases after the reward of closeness. And finally, attachment grows through bonding. But love isn't always a positive experience. Love can lead to jealousy, stress, erratic behavior, irritability, anxiety, and depression, which is where the saying love hurts comes from. Unfortunately, dopamine fluctuations don't always lead to a feeling of euphoria and pleasure. The dopamine pathways handle both the good and the bad side of the rewarding behaviors, such as addiction, because the same regions that light up when we're feeling attraction light up when drug addicts take cocaine or when a food addict goes on a food binge. This means that love is basically an addiction to another human being. So the same effects experienced by a person going through withdrawals are experienced by someone who is missing the person that they love. The dopamine dips so low that it can lead to depression and anxiety, as well as anger and aggression. Did you know that sexual arousal actually turns down the activity in the prefrontal cortex? This area of the brain handles decision making, rational thinking, self-awareness, and critical thinking. This is why we're more likely to take more risks and do unthinkable things for the person we love. Love literally can make you dumb. So while we do still have a lot to figure out about love, we have a pretty good understanding of the concept and its biological, chemical, neurological, and scientific basis. Because what we know so far about love is all about neurotransmitters and hormones, one thing we can safely say is that the term having chemistry is as accurate as it gets. I hope you loved this episode as much as I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe.